saw Prey for the Devil last night. I'm gonna make this one short and sweet. I didn't like it. I think it was, I kind of went in there with the expectation that I wouldn't like it. And I came out of there like, okay, all right. It stars Jacqueline Byers, Colin Salmon, Christian Navarro, Lisa Patry. It was also directed by Daniel Stamm. Okay, here's what I didn't like about the movie. It was just another paper cutout possession film. It had the same tropes as all the other possession films that have been released for the last several years. And I was kind of bored initially. They try to make it different with the idea that, you know, it's this young nun who suffered some traumatic stuff with her mother who was possessed as a childhood. And you see that in the preview, you see that in the film. And I guess she becomes a nun because she wants to dedicate her life to God to kind of serve him in the sense of trying to deliver other people from that same affliction. The only problem is, you know, the church kind of gets in the way, as we know, as many people believe it to be. The Catholic Church tends to be a very patriarchal organization, you know, and me being Catholic, I kind of get that. I also understand different things about why. The only thing I really kind of appreciated, was that, you know, they really homed in on the exorcism school in Boston. That's where the movie takes place, in Boston. I thought it took place in the Vatican. It takes place in Boston. It has this whole thing about how you have to investigate thoroughly before you can proceed with an exorcism, which is true. The Catholic Church always proceeds with an investigation to rule out any psychological or mental illnesses before conceding that it is a spiritual problem. We see that in this movie, but they kind of twist it in different ways. That kind of gives our main character, this Annie, this nun, who wants to help out, and she has these two priests that try to help her out. Also, they're young, they're novice priests, obviously they're in seminary, and they're trying to help her. And the way they have these priests kind of like do exorcisms, like you see a little bit of it in the preview, you know? They're like, with the cross, the power of Christ compels you. But meanwhile, they're chicken shit. Like, it's kind of like, okay, you know, you should know better than to walk into something like that. If you really want to do it. But anyway, that's my thing. That's my gripe. This movie has a kind of like power women thing, which I'm totally cool with. The idea that she wanted to deliver people from the demonic grip, and she wanted to break the mold that has been established for 2,000 years by the church. You know, that only priests can drive out demons, you know, only male priests and stuff. And I get the whole thing. There's a lot of theological nuances in here that I'm aware of, that a lot of people who watch this movie are probably not aware of, and that's okay. You know, I get it. I get where they were going with this. The acting was good. The acting was very good, you know, and you know, and the effects were decent. They were pretty good effects. But you can only do so much with those things without a solid, good story, and it didn't have a solid, good story. Again, it was the usual thing, the same tropes, the same nonsense. I did appreciate a callback with the head priest. Was showing footage of a girl being possessed who died during the exorcism, and the footage was very reminiscent of the real life case of Annalise Mitchell, a girl that was allegedly demon possessed in the mid-70s. If you watch The Exorcism of Emily Rose, that is based on that story. So if you ever watch that, you know that there's a connect there. Our main character, the nun, goes through this kind of relationship she has with one of the patients who is who is possessed. It's this little girl who she develops a strong bond with for reasons you got to watch the movie to see. I'm not going to reveal it here, but they form a connection that makes her like want to really help this particular case. And you see the compassion just ooze out of her, which is good, you know, because that's what we're supposed to be about, right? As Christians, as Catholics, compassionate. Not many are, sadly. It's forgettable. I'm not gonna even bother getting a digital copy of it. Maybe I'll catch it on HBO one day when I'm bored. So I'm gonna give Pray for the Devil 2 coffee cups. It's only worth, it's only worth that. Not a lot of brew in it. Sorry guys, I don't feel it. I'm not feeling it. So there's my review of Pray for the Devil. Did you see it? What did you think? Talk to me, comment below, and share with me your thoughts. If you like this video, hit the like button because I like likes, they're likable. And consider subscribing to Horror and Coffee and click on the bell below the screen right there, right down there for future notifications for future Horror and Coffee content. This is Ralph Perez, Horror and Coffee. Until next time, take care.